The story begins with Natsum, who is shown feeling quite troubled. He's lost in thought about the kiss from the previous day, completely obsessed and confused. In his frustration, he even asks a flower, "Why do you think Himari kissed me? Does she like me?" Just then, Makishima arrives and teases him, "Wait, you're talking to a flower now?" Natsum immediately accuses him, "You're working with Kureha, aren't you?" Makishima clears things up, saying, "No man, it's not like that. Kureha collected a lot of info from me and then ditched me. She prefers to work alone." Natsum responds, "I know you still want Himari to move to Tokyo." Makishima avoids a direct answer but eventually admits, "I still really like Himari." This shocks Natsum. Then Makishima starts acting weird and they both begin doing silly things. Makishima mocks, "At least I'm not crazy enough to talk to flowers like you." What do they even say back? Then he asks, "Are you two acting like just friends now?" Natsum says no. Makishima advises him to just talk it out with her and walks away. Natsum starts thinking maybe Makishima is right. He decides he must outshine Kureha by creating his masterpiece. Meanwhile, Himari is shown eating a bunch of momos and enjoying them. After finishing, she lies down and starts thinking about the kiss. She begins acting strange and wonders, "How could I do that? I need to talk to him and just tell him honestly that I liked kissing him." But then she scolds herself, "Why am I acting like a lunatic? He probably hates me now." Just then, Hibari calls for her and Himari tries to hide because she doesn't want to talk. Ironically, she hides exactly where Hibari is. Scared, she freezes. Hibari calmly says, "I heard you kissed Natsum. I'm actually glad you expressed your feelings clearly." Himari is shocked, thinking he was going to scold her. Then Hibari says, "Let's go eat. There are tons of dumplings." Himari, still nervous, goes along. When Hibari realizes the dumplings are gone, you can imagine what happened next. Cut back to Natsum, who's still undecided about what to make with the flower. Then Inomoto shows up with lunch. "I figured you'd forget, so I brought food." Natsum had indeed forgotten. Inomoto asks, "So, have you decided what you're going to make?" Natsum replies, "Nope, still clueless." They start talking about the kiss. Natsum admits, "Yeah, I kissed her." Inomoto gets visibly upset and the tension is clear as they sit far apart during lunch. Natsum finally says, "I think I need to tell Himari how I feel." Inomoto agrees, "You should." Then she adds, "It shouldn't matter to me what you two do, even if you date." Natsum realizes she's in a bad mood. She doesn't say more and quietly leaves. Just then, Himari shows up in front of Inomoto and, well, puts her in her place. After that, she quietly leaves too. Himari is next seen watering plants. Natsum wants to talk to her about yesterday but can't find the courage. He stays quiet and walks away. Himari asks, "So, have you decided what you're going to make?" Natsum replies, "I'm thinking of making a sunflower crown." Himari lights up and says, "That sounds amazing." Seeing her smile makes Natsum think, girls look so cute when they smile. Later, Natsum, Himari, and Inomoto are sitting in a cafe. Natsum is thinking about where to work. Inomoto suggests, "You can do it at my house." Natsum hesitates, "But your big sister's there. I won't be able to focus." Himari then says, "Do it at my place. Hibari will be there and he'll help you." This makes Natsum really happy. He eagerly agrees and starts working on the crown at Himari's house. Hibari supports him, not by helping with the crown, but by bringing food and being there for him. Finally, Natsum finishes the crown. Hibari compliments him, "You worked really hard. It looks amazing." Natsum thanks him. Natsum then says he plans to show the crown to Kureha tomorrow. Hibari tells him not to worry, it looks great. Suddenly, Natsum panics. "How could I forget? It's going to dry out by tomorrow. The moisture will be gone and it won't look the same." Hibari reassures him, "Don't stress. We'll figure something out." Then Hibari says, "All right, come with me. We'll find fresh sunflowers somewhere." And with that, the two head out together. But Natsum looked really down and then were shown the scene the next day. Natsum had finally made another crown and he was looking at Himari, who had fallen asleep nearby. Just then, Himari woke up and said, "Sorry. I must have dozed off. I hope I didn't trouble you too much." Right after, Hibari asked, "Did you finish it?" Natsum showed the crown and Himari loved it. It looked beautiful to her. Hibari also said it looked amazing and praised Natsum's skills, saying, "You really pulled this off again in such a short time. That's impressive." Then it was time for Kureha to take a look. As soon as Kureha saw it, she was amazed and said it looked super cute. She even said it was better than all the products Natsum had posted on social media. She said it feels like a wedding crown and the sunflower design makes it even more stunning. She was really impressed with the design, and Natsom, hearing all this, was genuinely surprised. He asked, "You really liked it?" Kureha replied, "Yes, it's very nice." Natsom then said, "So I guess that means I win, right?" But Kureha slyly replied, "Well, I did say it was cute, but I never said it was good." Natsom was shocked, like, "Is she just playing with me? This girl feels like a total villain." Natsom said, "I feel like you're just messing with us at this point." Kureha replied, "It's not like that at all. To be honest, I was thinking of dropping Himari from the agency, but I wasn't fully sure. And I wanted to see your best project. But frankly, you failed miserably." Natsom protested, "I put in so much effort to complete this." But Kureha questioned, "Oh really? Then why did you bring a backup piece?" That left Natsom stunned. How did she know? She revealed, "Sakura told me about it. You should have just been honest with me in the first place. You claimed this was your best work, but honestly, it's nothing but a waste of time." Then she told Inomoto to come with her. Poor Inomoto couldn't do anything and just left with Kureha. After that, Sakura came over to talk with Natsom, but he refused to speak with her. Still, she insisted and said, "If you're not confident about this series, then you should walk away from it." Natsom snapped, "You don't need to lecture me." But then Sakura showed him some old accessories, the ones that their teacher had shown her earlier. She explained these old products were on another level in quality. Natsom asked, "What are you trying to say?" Sakura told him, "Check them yourself." When Natsom examined them, he saw that the flowers weren't even dried out, they still looked perfect. Sakura reminded him how he used to work back in the day, how focused and honest he was about his craft. He never used to sell defective pieces. But now he had started making poor quality products. His earlier projects reflected his true effort and dedication, but now his integrity was fading even with his supposed dream project. She added, "If you keep prioritizing romance like this, I think you need to keep your customers far away from it." Hearing all this left Natsom feeling broken, and he turned to Himari and apologized. He said, "I couldn't do anything for you," and Himari was shocked. Hibari suggested they leave, and then we see Himari talking to Makishima. Makishima told her, "I think you should join Kureha's agency and focus on your career." But Himari replied, "You don't need to talk nonsense. I promised Natsom I'd stay with him. I know it won't be easy, but we'll figure it out." Makishima asked, "Is that why you're rejecting Kureha's offer?" Himari questioned what he meant, and Makishima said, "If you work with her, you could become really famous and even help Natsom in the long run. You should learn how to use your talents smartly. I think you should accept her offer." But Himari replied, "I can't do that. If I leave, who will support Natsom?" Makishima said, "Inomoto is there. She'll support him." He clarified, "I'm not saying you should abandon him. If your relationship is real, then this is just a temporary separation. Eventually, you'll be back together." He then told her, "You should think about what you really want to do. And if you ever need help, I promise I'll be there for you." After that, Himari started blaming herself, thinking that Natsom had gotten distracted by romance because of her. Next, we see Natsom and Himari walking together. Himari says, "It's been a long time since we went out like this. It feels like a date." Natsom says, "You don't have to say things like that." Then he asked, "So, what will you do now, Himari?" Himari responded, "I feel like I'm standing at a crossroads in life. I don't know whether I should become a famous model, fulfill the promise I made to you, or pay off my grandfather's debt even if that means begging. Maybe then we can chase our dream." Natsom says, "You don't have to go that far." Himari continued, "But what about our dream? We promised we'd be together." Natsom said, "You shouldn't crush your dream just to help me with mine. That's not right." She replied, "I just don't know what to do anymore." Natsom said, "I think you should bet on your future. Honestly, we don't have any other option. I know it sounds crazy, but I've accepted it." He added, "As we walk these separate paths, maybe one day we'll meet again. Even if our love doesn't survive, I believe we'll still sit down and laugh together like friends. It's time to say goodbye to romance." And with that, this episode comes to an end. Only one episode remains. I really hope it doesn't end on a sad note. Almost every series ends sadly. Can we please get a happy ending just once? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.